to credit card or not to credit card? That is the question we are asking today. And while we are referencing my dear friend Shakespeare, he also did say, nothing is either good or bad, but thinking it makes it so. So, what exactly is it? Are credit cards good or are they bad? Hi family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna Mahali, and in this corner we talk optimizing your daily banking while also building healthy personal finances. If you are new, you are most welcome. Feel at home by clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can join the financial literacy squad and you can share this with your tribe as well. So firstly, let's just dig into the idea of a credit card. What exactly is a credit card? A credit card is an account with pre-approved funds that you first have to apply for, and they get approved by the bank or whatever financial institution you're applying with. And those prepaid funds, you can have access to them. Unlike your own debit or check card or account, those funds are not yours, right? The difference is that you have to pay it back at an interest, and the account does have a couple of other charges that we will explore in this video. Another thing that makes a credit card different from other types of credit, like your personal loan or revolving facility, is that you have an actual card, like your debit or check card, right? That you can swipe, make payments, online purchases using that card instead of your debit or credit card. Now, the charges that go along with having a credit card account is an interest rate. So you will know what your interest rate, at what interest rate you're offered rather, when you do apply for the credit card. And one thing that affects your interest rate is credit score. In my previous video, I spoke a lot about the Lowdown, all the information you need to know about a credit score. You can go watch it if you don't know what a credit score is, but that affects whatever interest rate you would get on your credit account. Other charges include your monthly charge. Now, credit cards have different monthly charges depending which bank you are with. So I'm with FNB. FNB also, it's not just a blanket approach to credit cards, right? There's Aspire, which is the sort of entry level segment for accounts. Then there's Premier, private clients. It goes all the way to RMB. Now, each credit card, depending on the segment that you're at, will have a monthly facility fee. Other charges that you can expect on your credit card account are things like your international charges. If you do have a Netflix or any subscription that is not South African, like Netflix is an American company. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure there, but I think it is an American company. So if you have your subscription going off, like your iTunes as well, and a couple of other things that are not local companies that you subscribe to, like your DSTV. If you do have those subscriptions going off of your credit card, then you also have an international charge going off on your card each time the debit order goes off, right? Or if you happen to buy from an international merchant, let's say you're paying a holiday for a holiday overseas, whether you're paying the hotel or whatever, making a purchase on Shein, on Temu, or wherever, right? Because it's an international merchant, a non-South African merchant, then you would be charged for that specific transaction an international transaction fee. I hope that makes sense. And also, you can expect to have a once-off initiation fee going off of the credit card when you do make the application, but that's once off. After you get the facility, moving forward, you can just expect your interest rate charge, your transaction charges if you're transacting with international merchant, as well as your monthly fee. And now moving on to how you can actually pay a credit card. There's actually two options, right? Technically, there's two options you can do it. When you do get a credit card, you can either pay minimum payment towards it or full payment. A minimum payment is usually like 5% of the limit that you have, or the amount of money that you use, right? And full amount is exactly that. If you have, let's say, 5,000 Rand in your credit card and you use the whole 5,000, if you are on a full payment plan, then you would be expected to pay the full 5,000 Rand. Whereby when you're on a minimum payment, then you're only expected to pay 5% of that 5,000 just to maintain your facility. And one thing that makes people get credit cards, especially in the South African context, but also, even in the USA, credit card companies sell all these rewards and benefits and things like that you can get when you do have a credit card. It's pretty much similar in our South African context. Now, my case study here being F&B. With F&B, if you do have a check account with them and you have an equivalent credit card, whenever you use your credit card, you get things like maximum reward points when it comes to your e-bucks, right? And the option of also repaying your credit card, or one thing that does entice people to do get a credit card, is the up to 55 days interest-free kind of payment. So whereby when you do have a credit card and you use some funds, if you repay those funds within the 55 days interest-free period, then it means you're not charged interest. So technically it means that you're using the facility sort of for free without being charged the interest, even though you can expect other charges like your normal monthly fees. And if part of the purchase that you're doing is an international merchant, then you can expect that international merchant charge. Another feature of a credit card is what we call the budget facility. Now, when you get a credit card, you'd have a limit, right? That is called a straight limit. A limit is the entire amount you're limited to use, or that you qualify for, that you take up with the bank on your credit card. Now, a budget facility is within the credit card facility. You can choose to, let's say you have a 10,000 Rand limit and you want to buy, I don't know, a fridge or something like that, but you don't want to use the whole 10,000 Rand. You can place that purchase on a budget facility, and you can choose over how many months you'll be able to pay it off. So you're still using your credit facility, but then breaking it down to an affordable monthly repayment until the period that you choose, so that you don't exhaust your entire limit at a go. Right now, repaying the budget facility, whenever you make repayments into the credit card, a certain amount or a percentage would then go into that budget facility to service that budget facility. You don't get charged extra if you do go the budget facility route, because you're already incurring charges on the entire facility in terms of your monthly fees, the interest rate, and other applicable charges. Now, a credit card can be seen as a very useful tool if you do want to build up your credit record, right? And build credit score as well, because it is unsecured. So it is fairly easy. I'm heavy on that fairly. It's fairly easy to obtain. And it can be a useful tool for you to build up that credit, or also just in terms of anticipating emergencies. Now in future we'll talk about emergency funds and all of that, but if you are able to get a credit card and you know that just for the anticipation of emergency, it is a good tool to have. But the reality is that people end up drowning in credit card debt because of mismanagement, because of taking up credit every time, because of not being able to maintain their credit facilities or even reduce debt in their credit account. Now, that's something that I will delve into later in terms of building a strategy in decreasing specifically your credit card and even your overall debt. The other way you can use a credit card so that you're not drowning in debt and you are not hurting your credit record and your credit score is you can get a credit card at a minimum limit, whatever minimum limit is offered. If it's 500, if it's 1,000, you can get it at that. And if you will still get other benefits even if you transfer funds from your check account into that credit card and make it your primary card that you use. So you don't always have to rely on getting credit in order for you to be able to use a credit card. You can have that facility funded from your check or debit account and still get the full benefit as someone who does have a credit card that is fully prepaid by the bank. So in conclusion, is it a good product or a bad product? My verdict is it is honestly neither good nor bad. It can be good, it can be bad. It just depends on how you use it. It can be a very helpful tool, like I mentioned, but also it can be at your detriment financially. But how you use it, have an intention. If you do want a credit card, why do you want a credit card? If it's to build good credit score, then take it at that minimum limit, pre-fund it yourself and use it. Have clear intentions, clear goals as to why at first you want to apply for it and what you want to use it for. And also be careful in terms of just relying heavily on it. So yeah, I just don't want to say too much around that, but that it is not good, it is not bad, but your experience will be based on how you use a credit facility. I'm interested in knowing your thoughts, how, if you do have a credit card, how you are managing it, and do you find it useful? Do you find it a good experience or a bad one? And in future, we will definitely talk about how to reduce credit card debt, how to be intentional with reducing your credit card debts. I hope you found this informative as well as helpful in terms of knowing what a credit card is, how you can use it, what to expect if you have it. And I know many people who do have credit cards but have some misconceptions on a credit card. If nothing is clear, do let me know in the comments section, and in future we will definitely be talking about how to attack and reduce credit card debt. Till next time, don't forget to like, subscribe and share my content. Keep well and God bless.